Happy Halloween, everybody. Welcome to my 2011 Halloween RuneScape event guide. Obviously it's going to be very simple, as they always are. Simply come to the clan camp just south of Falador and go a little bit west, and you'll see a guy called Frank. Speak to him and you will be able to begin this, well, I would call it a quest, but it's not really a quest. Anyway, you begin the event with Frank. He gives you a Landguard, which is just a necklace that lets you, it's like a pass to let you go into Grim Reaper's Citadel, whatever. Once you go through the portal, you just follow the path. Normally you can't really, it's a very linear path. I got distracted by the little tents and sit down on a chair. Nice little moment to myself. Yeah, you talk to Beauty, which is a statue. Your character is confused at the start. You know, he's a bit of an idiot. Anyway, if you bring Eek along with you, the little spider you get a few little additional dialogue options, which are quite fun, you know, if you're interested in that kind of thing. But basically, she wants you to choose the statues to go on the plinths near the entrance where we just came in. So I just went through, and then you basically choose which one represents each person. So for Pestilence, you have to find the skeleton, click skeleton. Frank, he needs a Glacier. Death requires a green dragon. Famine needs a giant spider, and War needs a demon warlord. I think demon warlord is... no, Glacier is the one you have to go all the way to the end of the menu to get to it. Takes quite a while to get there. So once you've done that, you go all the way back to the welcome portal, as I should be doing right now. Yep, there we go. And have your camera facing north. So the northernmost one, you have to put the skeleton, and then moving round, which would be northeast, you put the Glacier for Frank. And these statues look quite cool, by the way. Then the easternmost one, you want to put the green dragon for Death. Then southeast is the giant spider for Famine, and then the southernmost one is Wars, which requires the demon warlord. And then once you put them all there, you have to go back and speak to Beauty, and then that sort of ends the first little bit. Do you go just to the next part? You have to go just north of the notice board you can see there to my west. You're north, and then I got distracted by the giant octopus handing out punch, so I got a couple of glasses of punch, which was quite cool. It was an interesting little feature. You actually have a proper drinking animation, which was interesting. I was supposed to run back behind the castle bit, but I accidentally took another glass of punch, so I'm turning it into a real party. So yeah, this next part you come into the main keep, I don't really know what this building is actually called. It's a castle, right, with the stairs in either corner. So you go up the stairs, and in here you get to speak to Infinity, which is a spider that you met, I think, last year or the year before or something, I'm not sure. Apparently it was in a band and now it's gone solo, and that's what this whole conversation is about. This next part, though, that you have to do, it's really easy. You just step on the tiles to create a shape. This book tells you exactly what to do. That's just an example of a skull in the book. So when you step on, you get these numbers show up on either side, and the numbers show you how many on each row or column has a red square. So as you can see, I just faded through a little bit there because it takes quite a little time. But you just basically end up making a pumpkin face, and every tile you step on turns red, so you don't have to go one tile at a time. You can click anywhere you want and you will run to that tile and turn it over. But if you then step on a red tile, it'll turn it back to the blacky purple colour. So just bear that in mind when you're doing it. I do leave the finished product on the screen for a couple of seconds, or if you want to pause it, you can. and then once you're done, obviously just talk back to Infinity again, and then I think it's a she sends you on your way. The next part, you just have to go up the stairs. There's stairs in every corner, and you have to help horses, which is Frank's pet chicken named Horses. It is confusing, but yeah, you come and talk to Frank upstairs. You see his pet chicken in a moment. There we go, his pet chicken that seems to be on fire. I'm not sure what's going on there. You have to lead the chicken round an oversized chessboard of sorts. The chicken moves like a knight when playing chess, so it can only ever move in an L shape, which is like 3 in one direction and then 1 across another way. So yeah, as you can see, I click an L shape and it moves in an L shape. Click in another L shape and it moves in another L shape, and you collect the first firework and then it sets them off. I don't have a legitimate solution to this. I basically just did trial and error the entire way through it. I mean, you can if you do watch what I do, you can see a couple of steps before I actually get each firework. You can backtrack a little bit and figure it out, or you can just skip ahead a little bit and make your own judgments through trial and error like I did. It's really not that difficult, it just takes a little bit of time. Yeah, you can't jump over any other objects, so the pumpkins and the piles of t-shirts that are dotted around, you can't jump over those. Yeah, I mean, I think a knight, when actually playing chess, can jump over things. It's not exactly like a knight, but yeah. This is the lengthiest part of it. It's quite a decent puzzle, I guess, for a Halloween event. There we go, I just got another one. I think I just have one more left to go. I've obviously sped this whole clip up, because otherwise I'd be here all day. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I do have a little bit at the end of this video to do with the Wicked HUD that was released. It's something to do with runecrafting. But yeah, I'll talk about that when I get to it. So once you're done, you've got all the set all the fireworks off. You basically just go and talk to Death in his tent, which is just west of Beauty. Here he is in his tent. He's got a little guard dog. He'll basically just thank you for your efforts and give you your reward. So you get a Deathcon 2 t-shirt. It's just a t-shirt with a Deathcon logo on it. You also get to keep the Landguard that you get, but it may disappear after the 2 weeks, I'm not sure. You also get this pretty awesome looking emote. Took me a while to find it there, I got a bit lost. It requires like a 1x6 space to use the emote, which is quite a big space. I do show the emote better here. Yeah, you also get this hourglass shield. I forgot I did it on a free-to-play world. I'm not quite sure why, I just wanted the quiet. So I didn't get the hourglass until I logged back into a members world. But yeah, there's the hourglass, you wield in the shield spot. And this is the emote called Living on Borrowed Time. And of course, like all other Halloween events, when you do it, it unlocks all past emotes as well, which is always handy if you missed some years. So yeah, that's basically the end of the guide. I added some little bits at the end, like I noticed this little dance floor where the pumpkin thing was, which is quite cool. You do some funky little dance moves when you get on here. I actually quite enjoyed it, I don't know why. And then I came and danced with these little cosplayers which are dotted around the place. I don't know, I quite like the animation behind it. It flows nicely. They should make this an actual emote that you can do. It'd be interesting. And there's also a notice board which I didn't realise would not be today. It's set for the 29th of October, I think at 2 PM British Standard Time. As you can see, the notice board is this one from Death that he says he's got some event thing to come and see. But yeah, I'll have a look at that when that actually comes out and see if I'll do a video of what it was. If anybody missed it, I don't know. I guess we'll see. So yes, thanks for watching this part. If you're interested in the Wicked Hood, then here it is. So you talk to Tam Gruber in Varrock, just near the news cellar, and he gives you the hood. I think you need like 5 rune crafting and magic to get it. And then basically it gives small bonuses to magic, attack and defense. You get 100 elemental or 5 for all of the runes once a day. So you get given 100 regular rune essence, and you can pick 5 from another rune. So here you can use talismans on it. So I use a death talisman on it as an example, and it consumes the death talisman, and then it works as a death talisman, tiara or whatever, but it can store all of them. So if you put an elemental talisman is used on the hood, you can then use the runes bit twice a day instead of once a day, and you can also use an omni talisman on it as well, which gives you 100 unnoted pure S instead of just regular rune essence. The hood also grants teleports, 2 daily teleports to any runecrafting altars that you have paired it up with. I go to the air altar right now just to show that it works as a talisman. It already works as an air and a mind talisman for me, but yeah, I don't know if that's default or whatever, but yeah, I think I end up making over 700 air runes for free, which granted isn't a lot of money, but they come in handy, you know, teleporting around and things like that. But yeah, all talismans and tiaras can be fed to the hood, and then it takes on that respective role, and they stack. So as you can see, we have this weird pentagram looking icon thing that shows up, and then when you use a different tiara on it, a different one will light up. You can get a good deal amount of runecrafting experience every day from doing this kind of thing, and I also think the master robes actually increases the amount of experience you get. But yeah, that's the end of my video. Thank you for watching. I should have a new video up as soon as something new comes out. So thanks. Bye.